You bring Lavinia, won't you?
Yes, Papa. Au revoir, Papa.
You'd better sit down, Mother. Small mistress? Perhaps you'd better begin by telling me where you were while I was away. You've admitted you lied.
Yes,
Where were you?
in New York. I followed you. I saw you meet Brent.
Well, I told you I ran into him by accident.
You went to his room.
He asked me to meet a friend of his, a lady.
I saw you with him alone.
He said he had to talk to me about you. He wanted my help to approach your father.
How can you lie like that? How can you be so depraved as to try to use me to hide your vile guilt?
Really?
Stop lying. I saw you in his arms. You're evil and shameless. Even if you are my mother, I say it.
I knew you hated him, Vinny, but not so bitterly as that. Very well. I love Adam Grant.
How you say that? Without any shame. How can you do this to Father?
You would understand if you were the wife of a man you hated.
Talking like that before him, I won't listen.
You will listen. I'm talking to you as a woman now, not as a mother to daughter. That relationship has no meaning between us now. You've called me vile and shameless. Well, I want you to know that's what I felt about myself for over 20 years, every time I was in his arms.
Stop telling me such things.
Oh, I loved him once before I married him. But marriage soon turned my love into disgust.
So I was born of your disgust. I always guessed that, Mother. Ever since I was little, when I'd run to you with love and you'd always push me away. I hate you. It's only right that I should hate you.
Oh, I tried to love you. I told myself it wasn't human not to love my own child born of my body, but I never could make myself feel you were born of anybody but his. You were always my wedding night to me, and my honeymoon.
You loved Oren. Why didn't you hate him too?
Because by then I had forced myself to become resigned in order to live. And while I was carrying him, your father was with the army in Mexico. I could forget him. When Oren was born, he seemed to be my own child, only mine. And I loved him for that. I loved him until he let you and your father nag him into this war.
It was his duty as a man to go.
Well, I hope you realize I never would have fallen in love with Adam if I'd had Oren with me. When he's gone, there was nothing left but hate and a desire to be revenged and a longing for love. Then I met Adam. I saw he loved me.
He doesn't love you. You're only his revenge on Father. Do you know who he really is? He's the son of that common nurse girl Grandfather put out of our house.
So you found that out. Were you hoping it would be a crushing surprise to me? I've known it all along.
I suppose that gave you all the more satisfaction to add that disgrace.
Will you kindly come to the point and tell me what you intend doing? I suppose you'll hardly let your father get in the door before you tell him.
Not unless you force me to. You know Father would disown you publicly, no matter what the scandal cost him. Oh, I'd like to see you punished. So please understand this isn't for your sake, it's for Father's. He hasn't been well, and I'm not going to have him hurt.
I know better than to expect any generosity on my account. Come to the point.
I won't tell him, provided you give up Brant and never see him again.
You want the truth? You've guessed it. I've never once been yours. I never could be. Oh, I wanted to be when I married you, but you made it so I couldn't. You filled me with disgust.
You say that to me? No. Be quiet. We mustn't fight. It'll bring on the pain.
You wanted the truth, and you're going to hear it
Quiet,
now.
Christine.
I lied about Captain Brant. He's Mary Brandon's son. And it was I he came to see, not me.
You dare, the
All
son of
my
that...
trips to New York weren't to visit Father, but to be with Brant. He's gentle and tender. He's everything you've never been. I love him.
You common vile! I'll kill you! Quick! The men.
Father!
He just had an attack.
Father? Oh, he's fainted.
He's all right now. Let him sleep.
Father!
Guilty.
Oh!
Let him alone. He's asleep.
He's dead. Why did he point at you like that? Why did he say you're guilty? Well, answer me!
I told him the truth about Adam.
You told him that when you knew his heart. You did it on purpose. You murdered him.
No, it was your fault. You made him suspicious. You forced me to tell him.
Look at me. He said not medicine. What did he mean?
I don't know.
You do know. Tell me.
Are you accusing your mother?
Yes, I am. You can't be that evil.
I feel faint. I must go and lie down.
You murdered him just the same by telling him. You think you'll be free now to marry Adam. But you won't. Not while I'm alive. Father! Don't leave me alone! Come back to me! Tell me what to do! Tell me what to do!
What is it, Christine?
Any news?
What's she going to do?
I don't know.
To get away. She followed you once before. I thought I heard someone...
No, it's all right. I made Orrin believe she's out of her head with grief, insane. He decided that a change of scene would bring her back to her senses. He took her this morning to Blackridge to visit their cousins. I had to come and warn you. Oh, Adam, we've got to plan. There isn't much time.
Fools to be talking out here. I'll kill him now, in front of her.
Stop thinking of her. Think of the father. Think of the family of us. Don't be crazy.
When he was dying, she pointed at me and told her I was guilty. Then she found the poison.
For heaven's sake, why
I
didn't you...
fainted before I could hide it. How could I foresee she would come in just at that moment?
Too late for regrets now. We have to think what to do.
If she convince us, Orin. Oh, why can't we go away, Adam?
Our ship won't be sailing for a month.
Can't we go on another ship?
Everyone in town would know that you've gone. Would start suspicion.
No. Orin and Billy would lie to people. They'd have to, for their own sakes. Oh, Adam, if we don't get out of Venice Reach right away, something horrible will happen.
Death is too good for him. He ought to be...
Orin, you promised not to lift your head.
Did you hear her warning him against me? On my island that I told her about. She wants to go there with him. Why did you stop me? I'd have shot his guts out in front of her.
Outside on deck, the shot could be heard. We'd be arrested. I'd have to tell the truth to save you. Even if we managed to get off, our lives would be ruined. Father's name would be the first person to come off, like it would be Brand. He'd die happy knowing he'd been revenged on all of us. Is that what you thought? No, then don't act like a fool again. He's coming.
Go in.
Go on.
So it's goodbye to your flying treads. I wasn't man enough for you.
Orin, what have you done? Tell me.
I killed him.
Oh! Oh no, Orin, you're just telling me that to punish me, aren't you? You said you love me. Protect me, protect your mother. You could murder.
You could murder father, couldn't you? Here, read this if you don't believe me. We waited and got it in Boston to see whom the police would suspect. They think he was killed by waterfront thieves. There's nothing to connect us with his death.
You know it was justice. It was the only true way justice could be done. He paid the just penalty for his crime. Mother, what are you going to do? You can live.
Live!
It is justice. It is justice. It's your justice, Father.